I'm really excited for this video. I feel like this is one that I could have benefited from watching. So yeah, I'm excited to get into it. Yeah, that should be good. I want to make a little incense tray with ladybugs, because ladybugs always had some significance to me growing up. But outside of what I'm making, let's talk about female friendships. I think that there's a lot that you can get from female friendships that you can't get from other relationships, but I think that they're also really hard, and I think that a lot of women, if not all, have struggled with female friendships at least once in their life. Going into my own personal history, I always felt like there was this pressure to have like this big group of friends, and in school I would make friendships and we would get super close and they would be like my best friends in the world, and it would be wonderful, and very quickly we would become inseparable and I would be so excited. And then something would happen and the relationship would just blow up and the friendship would be lost and I would be absolutely crushed. This happened all throughout middle school and then in high school and throughout high school, and then it even happened after high school some. And I got really self-conscious because I felt like I was doing something wrong, and I really felt alone in that. I felt like I was the only one who was struggling to make and maintain friendships. So in retrospect, I decided to do some reflecting and trying to understand why it was that all of these female friendships failed and why female friendships were so much harder to maintain than any other friendship. And I found that there are some patterns with a lot of them. And B, I found that a lot of other people seem to struggle with the same thing. All right, this is gonna look very, very handmade. Yikes. I'm gonna move on to the ladybugs. So, in looking for reasons, I think we first have to look at gender socialization. Gender socialization is this idea that we, as a society, as parents, raise little boys and little girls differently. So when you teach little boys how to play, and you teach them to go outside and play with their friends and do sports, you're teaching them to connect with each other through activities and doing things. And then when you teach little girls to play nicely and to dress up together and to play with their dolls and to play make-believe, you're teaching them to play and connect with others via verbal communication. So then, when we become women, we still connect to each other via these same communication and play patterns. And while I personally love talking and love talking to people and connecting to people and sharing, it limits you when that is the only way that you're connecting. Because all of a sudden that puts a pressure on the relationship to sit down and talk. If there's nothing to say, that's when drama happens and that's when gossip happens. And that takes me then to the next difficulty within female friendships, which is jealousy. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here, but I think that we're taught that there's not enough room for us in this world. And that if another woman is winning, that means that we can't win. And I just don't think that that's true. I think that we can all win and we can celebrate each other's wins, which then brings me to my last difficulty reason that I found, which is toxic femininity. And I'm hesitant to say toxic femininity because it's a strong word, but I personally have been guilty of it. It's, saying bad things about another person behind their back out of negative feelings or just boredom. I think that toxic femininity can lead to just a general feeling of distrust in female relationships, because if you yourself are participating in talking badly about another person, then as someone doing it yourself, you know that other people could be doing it about you too. And I think that this is a big part where female friendships fail, because at the end of the day, they don't have trust in each other. So all of this leads me to then where I'm at now. These friendships that I have now do feel different from how female friendships have felt in the past, and I think that there's some reasons behind that. So first of all, I've noticed a much stronger sense of independence, both from myself and from the women I'm in these friendships with. Ooh, I think I got clay on my forehead. I and they are not relying on each other for happiness, love, a sense of belonging. Friend breakups absolutely suck, but I've been through them, and I know that if my friendships fail, I will get through them again. And I know that people come and go from your life for different reasons, and not everyone is meant to stay there the entire time. Giving that space and independence has really allowed for a sense of trust to be built. So, which then goes to the second thing that feels different. There's this sense of self-assuredness of, I know who I am, you know who you are. And I think that I personally have found love for myself in both my strengths and my weaknesses. And so rather than feeling jealous over friends for having strengths that I don't have, instead feeling happy for them and celebrating them, because I know that I have strengths that make me unique as well. All right, I had to reset my camera settings. I hope that they look seamless, but if not, and there's a difference, that's why. The light shifted and changed, and so I had to reset it. Struggles with filming outside. But the final thing that is different about female friendships now for me is I feel this sense of freedom in my relationships that I didn't feel before. This sense of wanting to love and support the other person through it all, and allowing for people to change, because we are going to change. That's inevitable. That's the one thing we can guarantee is change. And so allowing your friends to change and not holding them to the person that they were when you met them, and accepting that that change may also bring an end to the friendship, and letting that be okay too. Everyone has their journey to the community that they have. And for me, it took a little bit longer, and that's okay. I think I learned a lot about myself and about friendships, and learned to be okay in my own skin and be okay with myself, and learn to love myself and learn to be my own friend first, which I think were all important lessons. And I'm sure that I'm gonna have in a year something different to say about this topic entirely. For everyone out there who have struggled with female friendships, I hope that some of the things that I've suggested or touched on can help you. I know that they made a big difference for me, so I'm here for you. I hear you, I see you. I want this channel to be a platform in which people can have conversations and feel safe and feel at home and be able to be themselves. Feel free to comment if this is something that you've struggled with, if it's something that you're still struggling with, if this was helpful or not, or if you have questions. Comment and I will respond as quickly as possible. But yeah, I really want people to feel comfortable enough to have a conversation about it and to reach out, because community and friends. So yeah. Anyways, that's all I've got. And now I also have an incense tray. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch this. I hope that this video finds you well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.